So let's start with this. We are towards the end of the core Python. Now, what is anonymous function? Now, anonymous function is a function without name. Okay, any function without name, right? As of now, whatever function we have seen, right? So all these functions we have seen, all this function has some name, like for example, def add, and then you want to add two numbers, then you probably write a b, and then you go ahead and return a plus b, right? So if I'll say what is the name of this function, then the name of this function is add, and if you want to call this function, so you will call this function with this name, correct, with the two argument, correct. Now, but now the function which we are going to discuss is a kind of function which is without a name. And when we use this kind of function, so we use for instantaneous purpose. Okay, for example, we are writing some application, or like in data science we may have a lot of requirement where we want to do some data cleaning, or we want to get some inferences from the data. So probably we may require a small function which will filter out some data, or which will map some value with the data. So in that case, we may require a kind of anonymous function which will be used instantaneously, and we may not require that particular functionalities later. Okay, so for example, I want a function which gives, like, if I will give a number to that function, then that function will give me either either that number is even or odd, right? So a function which returns true if a number is even. Okay, if a number is even, or forget this, will return true if the month passed is for 31 days, else returns false if the month is less than 31 days. Okay, basically based on this, I want to do some calculation in my data. Okay, I want to transfer the salary for a few of my employees. That is something like days based calculation I have to do. So if a month is for 31 days, then accordingly I will transfer the salary, or if it is less than that, then how many days month it is, accordingly I will pass the salary. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a function. Okay, so what you can do, you can define a function. You will write month underscore 31, and here you will write month, and you will write here return true if days underscore in underscore month equal to 31, else false, right? So there will be ways where you will calculate the days in a month. You will take it from the user, or for example, let's say you can make a list, month underscore days underscore 31. You will make a list of it. Right, so you'll say here if month in month underscore days underscore 31, then return true, otherwise return false, right? So you will get a kind of, you will get a function, then you can call this function, you can pass the month, accordingly it will return you true or false. But let's say now you want to, you have a list of months, for example, lst underscore month is equal to Feb, July, then you have December, then you have April, then you have June, then October, December. Okay, so what do you want to do from here is, you want to filter out this list based on, you want to get a list of all the months where the days in that month will be 31 days. Okay, if the days in that month is not for 31 days, you will skip that month. You will not include that month in your output list, correct? So basically you will take one output list which is empty, and in this what you are going to do is, you are going to write kind of this function, and you will filter out the months, right? This is one way, right? But instead of doing that, there are few built-in functions in Python, along with which are used along with the anonymous function. You can use those functions, and using those functions, you can easily filter out this list. Okay, so what you can do, instead of using this function, you can go ahead for anonymous function. Okay, you will write the anonymous function like lambda. Okay, lambda takes an argument. So the syntax, if I will write for lambda function is also called the anonymous function. So the syntax you write is here you will write the variables. Okay, colon, here you will write the expression. Okay, and after this, here you will write the condition, whatever condition you want to write, if you have any condition. Otherwise, only this also work like a simple anonymous function. Okay, if you want to write the condition, you can write the condition also, that's not a problem, but it is completely optional. Okay, now if I want to write the anonymous function for finding the month, whether it is for 31 days or not, so what I will write, I will write one lambda function, lambda, I will write month, colon, I will take the month, and I will return true if if month in this, correct? Fine. So if the month which you are passing, if that month is in this list, then return true, else it will return false, correct? So what I will do, else return false. Okay, what I will do, I will assign this to a variable a, or m is equal to this, and then I will print m with let's say not this, for I in lst underscore month. Okay, take one output list also, out underscore lst is equal to empty list, and I will do out underscore lst dot append m, if m of I equal to true. then append out underscore lst dot append I. Okay. Now let's see that whether I'm getting this list or not. out underscore lst. I'm getting all these months which are for 31 days, right? July, December, and October. Correct? Rest all months are for less than 31 days. Clear? So we have got this. So basically you have done a filtration based on this anonymous function. You have written this anonymous function, and using this in our anonymous function, you have filtered out this list. Okay. So this kind of operation, simple operations, whenever you want to do this kind of operations on some data, you will find that lambda functions are quite useful. You cannot write only like this. You may write anything. For example, if I want to find the square root of a number, okay, finding the square root of a number. Correct. You can simply go ahead and write s is equal to lambda number, and you may write num into 2. Okay. Now pass any number s of 4. It will give you 16. Okay. So this is very simple. Whatever expression you are going to write here, that expression will be your result. Okay. Now, if you will see, this is the function which doesn't have any name. What I'm writing is here, I'm allocating. So whatever value it returns. So anonymous function always returns this expression as the output. You know, every function returns some value. So this anonymous function will always return this expression, whatever expression you will write here. Here you are writing true and false, it will return true and false. Here you are writing num to the power 2, it is returning num to the power 2, and that value basically I'm assigning to s. Okay, so there is no name of this function. Clear, everyone? Okay, now let's see one thing. Now I will discuss filter, map, and reduce functions. Filter, map, and reduce function. So what all these functions? Okay, so filter function, it is useful if you want to filter a sequence. Used for filtering a sequence. Okay, if you want to filter a sequence, you can go for filter function. This is an inbuilt function. Inbuilt function in Python, which makes your life easier when you want to do the kind of filtration on the data. Okay, you don't have to go ahead and define your own function for filtering a sequence or something like that. You don't have to do all those things. This filter is very simple. If you'll understand how it works, you can probably use it in any place whenever you want to do some data related operation and filtering related operation. So let's see what exactly it is. So filter, basically what it does, filter, inside filter, the first thing you need to write is one function. Okay, based on that function, you will be filtering the sequence. Okay, fine. The return type for this filter function is filter type. Filter type, which is nothing but a generator object. Okay, so generator object, what it does, it generates the value whenever you ask them to generate, right? So either you have to apply list function here, or you need to apply for loop here. Anything whichever you will apply, it will give you the output accordingly. So it will return the sequence, basically filtered sequence. Okay, now let's see how this filter works. So for example, this itself, I want to filter this list. If the list is for 31 days, I want to filter this list, I want to get a new list out of that. What I will do, I will write here filter. So the first thing is I will write one function, right? Here I will write function, that I will write later, but I want to filter which sequence? This sequence, right? So let me copy this sequence. I have copied this sequence here. Now, the same lambda function I will write, instead of writing these many things, I will write that lambda function, this same lambda function, okay? So I will simply copy here, lambda. I will take a month. This month will be coming from this list, okay? Automatically, internally, it will take 1 month from this list and then it will do this operation. Here, I need to check whether the month is, what I want to do, I want to get the month with 31 days, right? So I need to pass any way here. I need to pass true. Okay. If I pass true, then the month which you are taking, that month will be taken into the consideration. Means that month will be appended into the new sequence automatically. If this condition, whatever expression you are writing, if that returns true, then this m variable will be added into the new sequence. Okay, here we are doing the append, but it will not, you don't have to do append here. Automatically internally it will do the append. And what value it will append? The m, the month which you are taking here. Here you are appending I, the month which is for 31 days, you are appending that month only, right? Correct. You can see here I have written the condition. So here you don't have to append and you don't have to compare the things. Just the only thing, the expression which you are writing, that expression should be written in such a way that it returns true for your requirement. Okay. So I know what I will check. I will check whether m is in this variable or not. If it is in this variable, then it will return true. And if it returns true, then that value will get added. And the month which I am taking, if it is not inside this, then that month will not be taken into the sequence. Now, let's say if I will print this. So what exactly I am getting? I'll get filter object. Can you see? I told you it will return type is filter type. Okay. So it is a kind of generator. Okay. You will not be able to get the sequence directly from here. So to get the sequence, you need to apply either list or tuple function, and then probably you will get the sequence. You can see I'm getting the same output. Correct. Fine. Or if you don't want to do it like this, you can apply a for loop here. For example, I will write for j in this is coming like this. Okay. So you are getting this, all the months with 31 days. Clear? This is the same property we have seen in the generator in tuple also, if you remember, tuple comprehension, or range object also. If you write simply range 10, it doesn't returns you the sequence, it returns you the range object. So what you can do, either you can apply list function here, or you can apply for loop also on the range object for I in range 10, print I. Correct. So either ways is possible. Similarly for filter function also. Now how it works. So see what happens. First of all, you are going to filter this sequence. So you have passed this sequence as the second argument. Now what this filter function will do, it will take 1 month from this list. So Feb it will take, now Feb will be passed as a variable to this lambda function, and it will check whether Feb is inside this list or not. It is not there. So this expression becomes false. As soon as this expression becomes false, nothing will be done. Now, let's say it will take the second month, July. So July will be coming, and July, it will check whether July is this inside this list or not. Yes. So now this expression will be evaluated as true. As soon as this expression will be evaluated as true, so whatever the value of m, that will be appended into the sequence. Okay. So what is the value of m now? It is July. So July is appended. Okay. And similarly for every month. I hope it is clear for everyone. Is it clear? So
Abhishek, here. Abhishek, so it will print the output from last underscore month function, right? This list.
Yeah, LST underscore month.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we want to filter out this list. Okay, what I have done, I have made a list of all the months which are for 31 days, and I'm checking whether the input list which you are taking, that is in that list or not.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Clear? Filter will be applied element wise for sequence. Yes, Shushank, it will be applied element wise for sequence. Every element wise means every element it will pick, and then it will apply this lambda function. Okay, but see, filter and map look similar, but you need to differentiate between these two. So I will explain you the map function, then probably you will be able to understand the differences between these two functions. So there is a map function. Now what is the syntax for map function is, if I will write the syntax of map function, so it is map, and here I need to write again one function, and here I need to write sequence. It is similar to filter, just the name is changing map. But what it does, map function, see, filter functions generally shortens a list, right? It shortens a list, right? So it is going to filter out a sequence based on some condition, right? But map function, list length will not be shortened. Okay, it won't be shortened. Clear? So what exactly will happen? So element wise again operation will happening. Operation will happen, and every element will be assigned some value. Okay, so let's see what exactly it is. Let's say I have this okay, so what I want to do is, wherever this wherever these months are coming, which are for 20 days, in that place, in this sequence, basically in this sequence, what my output will look like, my output will look like this: out underscore lst equal to, so if it is a month which is less than 31 days, so I will write less than 31. Okay, and if it is equal to 31 days, then I will write equal to 31. Okay, so now you replace this thing everywhere, wherever it is. So this is this, and this, correct? I want to map the value, right? For every element inside this sequence, I want to map the value. So I want to map these values. Simple. Okay, I want to map these values. So basically I want to get this kind of list. Okay, in place of this list, I want to get this kind of list. I can go for map function, because here element to element mapping is happening. So filter function will not work, right? So what I will do, I will again write here map function. Map, I will write the function later. Let me pass the sequence. Which sequence, for which sequence I want to do the mapping? LST underscore month. So I will write LST underscore month. Okay, this is it. Yes. Now I want to write the function. So what that function will do? Now I will write lambda. I will take the month if that month is in this list, correct? So I need to write equal to 31, right? So I will write here equal to 31 if m in this, correct? If m in this, then write this, else write this. Okay, so Again, if you will print this, so you will get the map object here. Okay, but if you want to get the sequence, so you need to write here this. Now you are getting the same thing. Clear? So now how this map function works? So map function, whatever expression you are writing, that expression will be mapped to every value inside the sequence. Whereas in filter, what was getting appended into the sequence? This variable. Clear? So this variable means if this returns true, this value will get appended into the sequence. Whereas in the case of map, if this expression, whatever expression you are writing, if this gets evaluated as true, then this expression value will get appended into the sequence. Is it clear, everyone? Any question? Anyone? Okay. So basically these functions are mainly used in data analysis and all. You won't be using these functions like we have filter and map in NumPy also. So when you will go to NumPy, you will read about them again. Okay. So if you will know this, you will apply those functions. Okay. Why? Because these functions are based on core Python implementation. So they are not efficient. Okay. The same map implementation we have in NumPy, that is quite efficient. Performance wise, it is quite faster in NumPy. So we will be using those functions. Okay, so we'll be learning them again. No, it won't alter the input sequence, Avilash. It won't alter the input sequence. Okay, fine. So this is map, and then finally we have one more function, that is reduce function. Now what this reduce function does, it reduces a sequence to a single value. Okay, fine, and is not available in current dir. Okay, what I'm trying to say, if you will print dir double underscore built-ins, you will get filter and map. Can you see filter? This filter, this is filter, and this is map. You will not find reduce. You cannot find reduce here. Reduce is not the built-in function. Built-in means it is not included in your built-ins class. So you need to import this. Where it is? So it is there in the module called func tools. So you have to write from func tools import reduce. Okay. Now you can use this reduce function. What it does, it reduces the sequence to a single value. For example, I have a number, a list. Right, we have done this. We have found the summation of all the elements inside this sequence. You can use reduce for the same. Now here it doesn't returns the sequence, it returns the value. So you can directly print that. So how you can do that? So you may write reduce, and here you may write the function and then the sequence. What it will do, basically it will pick one element at a time, and then it will add it, and finally it will give you the result of summation of all the elements inside this sequence. So what exactly? Let's see. So in place of function, I will be in place of sequence. First let me write LFT, and in place of function I'll be writing the lambda function. How it works? So lambda, I will take two variables, x comma y. Why I'm taking two variables? So first time x will be 10, y will be 11. Okay, and I will be writing here x plus y. Now what it does, x is 10, y is 11. It will add x plus y. The result will be 10 plus 11 is 21. This 21 result will be stored to x, and then y will become the next element, which is 12. Okay, so how it is happening? X is becoming 10 from the sequence, y is becoming 11 from the sequence. 10 plus 11, the result is, because of this 10 plus 11, the result is 21. The result is stored in x, and y will become 12. Then again x plus y, so 21 plus 12, it is 33. So result 33 will be stored in x and y will become 13. And this process will continue till all the elements are adjusted in this sequence, and finally you will get the result. So you can print the summation of all the elements inside this sequence, it will give you the result. Okay, it is 145. Clear? Fine, everyone. So basically, whenever like you want to do the summation, or if you want to do the multiplication of all the elements inside the sequence, or this kind of operation on the data where you want the sequence to be reduced to a single value, then you can go ahead for reduce function. So these all are the three important functions. And
Abhishek,
yes.
but how system is understanding that this expression x plus y is getting saved in, I mean, is getting saved in x value, I mean in x.
That is the code written internally for reduce function, no?
Okay.
Okay. Reduce is a function, built-in function in func tool. So the code is written like that. Whenever first time it will take two values from the sequence, and next time the result will be stored in. You can implement this on your own. I can implement this like I will take a function, for example, I will take def and mm, element, or let me write reduce here itself. So reduce and right. So if I equal to 0, correct, then what I will do, I will call this reduce function with I comma I plus 1, right? LST of I and LST of I plus 1. Clear? Fine. Now, so this is the first time function call. Okay, here I will take x comma y. Fine. Now right here, take one, result is equal to 0. Now result is equal to x plus x is equal to x plus y. Okay, so x is equal to x plus y. If this is the case, else what I will do, else I will write reduce um,
Abhishek,
yes.
you need to have that result variable in the for loop, right? Instead of
Sorry, which one?
that result variable, you need to use in the for loop, right? Instead of L of.
No, I don't need this result. So for first I'm getting now. So for second one. So for second one, what will happen? A is 21. A is equal to, I should write x is equal to A, right? So next time x will become A, means 21, and y will become, I will pass, okay, so second argument should be optional in the second case. So I will make x is equal to A. This is fine. Then also, where? Yes, now it is fine. So I will write here reduce as reduce I. So I will go to y. Okay. Nine. Nineteen. So somewhere it is not getting added. So let's see, I equal to 0. This will call LST of I plus 1, and this is LST of I. Okay. So LST of I plus 1 will become 11. 11 is this, and LST of I is 10. So 10 is this. And it will come here global A is equal to x plus y. So this is going to be 21. And then it will come back here. Go back. I will become 0, 1. So if I equal to 1, continue, no operation. Go back, I is becoming 2. So when it is 2, reduce of LST of I means 12. 12. So y will become 12. X is 21. 21 plus 12 is 33. A should become 33. And so what is A here? Print A. 21, 12, okay. Hmm. Because of this. Alright, x is equal to x plus y, then x from 0 and 19. Okay, and to pass the second argument. Why I am doing these many things? Reduce is simply the finding the summation, right? So I could have done simple, I think, def sum. I'll take a list LST or I in LST. I will take total equal to 0, total plus equal to I, and print, okay, and total, finding the summation, and call sum with LST. It's going to give this, but yeah, not, this is not the implementation of reduce function. Implementation of reduce function should be like this. So you can do this way also, summation, but yeah, reduce function you need to do it like this. So let me give me some time. I will either write the code and then probably I will give it to you. Okay, it may take some time, or else you can wait.
That's fine, Abhishek. Actually, I just wanted to know the how this code is, I mean, this function is
No,
evaluated.
think about it. No, it is simple. What you have to do, you have to add these two numbers, assign it to x, okay, and what exactly you need to do. So x will become 21. Next time when you will call this function, you will call with only one argument. So one argument should be optional, which I did earlier. So this one you have to make x, okay, and this will be optional basically, okay. So when you are making it optional, you will be passing one argument, which I tried to do it here. So okay, so let me think about it. I will give you the code in the next class for this, what exactly it will look like if you are going to define your reduce function. You may also think that how it will work, or if you want, you can write the code for that. Okay,
Sure,
so
sure.
we'll see that. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so we basically what we have done, we have seen these three functions, and the last one we have is generator. Okay, so let's see the generator function. Generator, I have already told you, generator is a function. Okay, generator is a function in Python, and it uses yield keyword to return the values. Okay, now it is a sequence. Basically, generator is a sequence. So how we form a sequence? So we just simply go ahead and write my, you can define your generator. For example, you can write generator, and inside this generator, you may take the argument, you may not take the argument. The definition looks similar to the function, but only because of yield keyword, it becomes a generator object. Okay. So this yield keyword, you can write like return statement. If you remember, you can write only one return statement, okay, in a function, but you may write multiple yield keyword in your generator. Okay, So let's say I'm returning multiple values, yield 10, yield 10.20. Then we have yield let's say 10 plus 20j. Then we have yield string. We have yield list. We have yield tuple. Okay, different values we are yielding. Okay, now every yield statement works like a return statement. Okay, every yield statement works like a return statement. Okay, now whenever you want to define this generator, so let's say if I will call this generator function, okay, so it will not execute it, it will give you the generator object. Okay, it is going to give you the generator object. Fine. So how I can run this code and get these values? So see, I will write g is equal to this. Internally, if you remember, I have told you that in the for loop, for let's say for I in, if I write a sequence 10, 20, 30, and if I print I, okay, so what this for loop does, internally it calls the next function, okay, on this, and every time it calls next of this sequence, it picks one value and prints the value. Okay, in for loop it is implemented like that. It will internally call the next function every time. Okay, so whenever we call the next function, it picks one value from the sequence. Okay, and if you will do next of I, next of I, next of I 3 times, it will print all the three values. But when you will do the next of I fourth time, it will give you stop iteration error. But since inside the for loop, it is automatically handled, so it doesn't give you that error. Similarly, if you want to see here in this sequence, you just print next of I, next of G, next of G. Run this, you will get 10. Okay. Again, print next of G. You will get next value, 20, 10.20. Then again print next of G. Okay. Run this, you will get the next value. Print again next of G. The next value, right? Then print again, this is next value. Print last time, you will get stop iteration error. Okay, so this next of G is what? This is the same next of G is getting called in the for loop also. But since for loop is a built-in kind of property, so internally it handles this error and you don't get any error in the loop. Okay, but here if you are doing it manually, you will get the error and then you need to handle this. Okay, so now what we need to do here, instead of printing, let's say you are yielding 5 values or 6 values, so you are able to write next of G 6 times. But every time you will not be able to do this next of G. Instead of doing that, what we do, either we go ahead and print, if you want to print all the sequences, we just pass this G inside the list, it will print me all the values. Or I can run the loop for I in G, and if I will print I, it will internally it will call next of G and I will be able to print all those values. Okay, so this is the way this generator works. Now remember, generator remembers its last state. When I say generator remembers its last state, then what happens? See, when you are writing for I in G, we are going inside this generator object and it is picking the first, so it is going to execute this. So it will first yield this value. So after yielding this value, the control will directly come back to the loop and then it will execute the statement inside the loop. It will print I. So after yielding this I will become 10 and then it will print 10 on the screen. Then go back to the loop and again it will pick the second element from this sequence. So it will remember where I left off. I left at line number 4 last time. So line number 4 is already executed. Go to next line number 5. Okay, and yield this value 10.20. So whenever you yield this value, I will become 10.20 and it will print 10.20 on the screen. Then go back to the loop. Once you go back to the loop, it will go back into the generator object. It remembers that I left off at point number 5. Now I need to execute the next yield statement, which is line number 6. It will yield this next value 10 plus 20j, and so on till the last value is yielded. Now at the end again it tries to print yield the next value, but since there is no yield value, so it raises the stop iteration. But since you are looping it, so you don't get any error in this case. But if you do it manually next G, you will get the error. Okay, so now you can see that if you want to define your own sequence, user defined sequence, you can go for this generator object. Okay, you can yield any number of values. Okay, fine. So based on this, can you design a sequence which generates the values in the decreasing order? For example, if I will call G of 10, okay, or let's say that generator of 10, okay, so it will generate 10 values in the decreasing order, means from 0 to -10. Can you write the code for this? Everyone? Yeah, please do this. Vinita, why you are yielding this number first time? Instead of that, you can simply yield num, no, and then you can write num equal to num minus 1. Check that. Anyway, so that is fine. Yes, Prakash. Mm, yes, Vinita. Okay, Prakash, I will check this. So, what is this? Let me write it here. Yes, it is working. Yeah, you can work it like this. Great. Okay, so I think it is done. So what you can do, yeah, so that's it about the function. We are closing the function discussion today. Assignment will be uploaded for functions soon. Okay. So I think this week we have to review till dictionary, right? So I hope a regular expression will be completed by this week. So we will review function and regular expression assignment together by next week. Okay. Hmm. So we will do it by next week. Okay. So what we are going to do is, so we will take, I think we will take one more day extra, or either Monday or let's see this week. What we will do, if you have, it is uploaded, Rushang, you may check. I think someone told me, so I uploaded on that day only. So Google Classroom. Here it is. Okay, I have uploaded it. Fine. So probably we may review this function and what do you say? Regular expression assignment, not on Friday before that, and we will close the discussion. So you can continue with NumPy and Panda with free mind. So probably you will get 1 or 2 days off before your NumPy or Pandas will get started. So please go ahead with all these concepts, because if you will learn this, so again NumPy and Panda, you will find that lot of functions which you have learned here, probably there will be repetition over there. Okay, so you will get to know about them, and that will be quite easier. So we'll be discussing about them. and let's see when it starts. But I think by this week this core Python classes will get over. Okay, we may have one more class on Monday. That Monday's class will be mainly for if you have any question or anything which I feel should be discussed, I will discuss it in that class. Yes, Prakash, any question?
Yeah, Abhishek, so the previous assignment I have submitted, you mentioned the command give allow access to read your files, but
Sorry, sorry.
the files which I submitted assignment, right?
Mhm.
You asked the access, but I don't know how to give the access for those.
You just need to upload those files. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, so I already uploaded and submitted also.
Mhm. Then I need to check. Probably I didn't check those assignments. So we have the team which checks those assignments.
Okay.
So they might have checked it. I will check with them and let's see what is the problem, and then probably I'll get back to you in tomorrow's class.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Abhishek. Thanks.
So rest all like we have sent the assignment for few guys. Those who have not received it, you will also be receiving in 1 or 2 days. It will be sent it to you soon. Okay, so you may go ahead and check your reviews also. Okay, okay, everyone. So fine then. I'm ending this call here. So we'll meet tomorrow then. Okay, bye.